right now with the YMCA's Battle of the Brains. We have Bonnie MacFadyen and Gillian Johnson as that event's going on later this month, and we've got one of these right here. Look at that. Battle of the Brains championship belt they brought right here to the studio. So are you guys going to be competing for that, or are you guys just kind of on the organizational side?
We'll be behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yes. So the main event is happening Saturday, March 18th at the YMCA, 7 o'clock sharp.
7 o'clock sharp, so head on out there for sure. That is 30 War Veterans Avenue, by the way, to go check it out in Moncton. So very excited, get to see some people stretch their brain muscles a little bit.
Absolutely. It's our 16th year. And essentially what it is, it's a team trivia challenge. But it's a little bit like WWE meets Jeopardy to some degree. So we have 10 rounds of trivia with 10 questions per round, and the teams answer the questions collectively. So really nobody's put on the spot or in the spotlight. And we have a little fun with it. We have our MC, Kevin Siliker, who happens to work with the City of Moncton. He does a fantastic job at keeping the battle moving and making sure it's clean and fair. We have a panel of judges that score each round. So we do update the teams throughout the night so they know where they stand. And at the end of the night, whoever has the most points wins the highly coveted championship belt.
It is highly coveted. It looks very nice, by the way. We'll take another look at it here. You can see that right there. It's got a nice little logo on it and everything. That's what they're competing for right there on March the 18th. So you say it's WWE meets Jeopardy. Well, what exactly... is this really bombastic? Do people have intro songs and stuff like that? Like,
actually, they
hyped
do.
Right up? Do they?
The defending champions do come in to their own theme music, and of course, the championship belt is built around that idea. We transform the gym at the Y. We do a mix of traditional and non-traditional categories. We have large screens, so we do some audio and visual categories. We mix it up and we have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, fun's the biggest thing, and of course it's for a great cause as well, the fight against homelessness in the community, and another part of the YMCA Reconnect program is a big part of this as well. So can you explain a little bit about that?
I sure can. Well, Reconnect it's an outreach center in downtown Moncton. We've been operating since 2001. So essentially we're providing outreach in the streets of Moncton in the morning, and we have drop-in services in the afternoon. And what that is anybody in the community that needs assistance with pretty much anything can come in and speak to one of the staff, or a lot of the times it's housing, a food need, connecting to the social service systems, medication, you name it, they'll come in and look for support. And then again, some people are it's a social place for people to come, have a cup of coffee, read the paper, play cards. There's real community in there, and yeah, it's important work, and there's a great need. Unfortunately, these issues are on the rise, not the other way. So it's important that we continue the work that we're doing, because it's a needed program in the community for sure.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people, when they talk about homelessness, there's one thing about providing the basic needs of food and shelter and and drink and whatnot, but it's to really have them feel included in a community and have them included in the social part that can really help them. There's a lot of studies that kind of back that up, and to have that community involvement's a huge thing.
Well, a huge part of homelessness, addictions, mental health, all of those issues, a lot of it does stem from loneliness. They don't have family, or they've been estranged from their family. So to have that sense of belonging and connection is huge in recovery for people. So we try to provide that to those that are looking for it. And I think we do a pretty good job.
All right, certainly worth it in terms of the Battle of the Brains. So people are going to get out there. We've got teams and WWE style intro musics and everything. So do you hear of secret tales of people who've run past? Are there people who take the cards with them and study up trivia wise? How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, we've actually seen companies that will put in 2, sometimes up to 3 teams, and within their company they will have qualifying rounds for their employees to make the team. So some companies have a lot of fun with it. It's really how you stack your team. We encourage 4 up to 6 players that can come to the table and be at the trivia challenge. And like I said, we do a mix of categories. So everything from geography to sometimes we did just photographs of different Tim Hortons around the city, and they had to name what street corners they were on. So, you just never know what you're going to get. So you want to stack your team accordingly.
So you can't just, has there been a winning formula the last couple of years as to what kind of categories you stack your team with? Is it just kind of you got the sports guy, you got the geography guy, you got the science person, or is there kind of it's just go for it as it is?
Just go for it. It's really about having fun. There's no call a friend, they can't use their cell phones to Google the answer. We do, at the event, allow them the opportunity to bribe the judges. So they have the opportunity to purchase up to 3 bribes. So if they're really stuck on a question, that bribe will equal a point. So that's just a gimme. So we see a lot of teams purchase those bribes, which really just gives us additional funds in support of the work that we're doing with the community.
Right, so an answered question is worth 1 point, and then a bribe is also worth 1 point?
Yes, the bribe will essentially equal that. If they don't know the answer, they can stick the sticker on, and that gives them an automatic point.
Okay, and how many bribes do they get per round, per game?
Just 3 for the entire night.
Oh, okay.
So they can't buy their way to the belt. They do have to earn it. They do have to earn it.
Earn the belt. The belt has to be of them. It can't be, you can't buy it. You've got to put it together.
Exactly.
So there's a certain game within the game involving the bribes as well, not just answering the trivia correctly, but it's when to use the bribes right.
Yes. And we've seen the event over the last 16 years grow to attract a lot of companies, and they like it because it can be a team building opportunity for them to gather up 6, 12, sometimes with 18 of their employees to come out, have a fun night. It's entertaining, and also they know that they're supporting good work that's going on in the community, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, and in speaking with that, now first of all, you mentioned teams and teams. How many teams usually sign up for this, and how many do we know this year so far?
So far, we're at 15. Traditionally, we get anywhere from 25 to 30 teams that register for the event. So there's opportunities for teams to sign up right up until the night before of the event. It's a $600 team registration fee. Some teams are corporately sponsored. Other teams, we can provide you pledge forms, and you can go out and ask friends or family members or colleagues to support you in the event. So yeah, anyone can sign up.
So anyone can sign up. And what kind of benefit has Battle of the Brains in the community outreach reconnect aspect? Have you seen an increase in that help from this Battle of the Brains event?
Well, it goes into, the core funding to keep our doors open, essentially. Mm-hmm. It's just another stream of funding that we rely on heavily every year to keep those doors open, because there's a lot of, nonprofits in our community, and money is becoming harder to come by in terms of keeping these things afloat. So you have to get creative, and you have to have internal fundraisers like Battle of the Brains to offset certain costs. So it's extremely important that we continue to do this event or an event similar to keep our doors open. It's essential.
All right, so where can people register?
They can go on our website, and they can download our registration form there, or they can simply give us a call at the Y, and they'll put them in touch with me, and I'll make sure they get a registration form.
All right, so we've got just under a minute here, so how about let's try one question. Let me try one here. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Just one. Let's see what I can do.
Okay.
Pick your best.
Pick
your
my best. Okay. Italian mozzarella cheese is traditionally made with what animal's milk?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I got to think
I
of.
saw this on TV.
You got to think of all of the.
No, I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. You just
I got to
never
think of
know.
all the animals now that produce. I don't know. I'm going to say goat's milk.
Water buffalo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
I would
Did you
never
get-
would have guessed that.
One more?
Yeah, let's do one more. We got a little bit of time.
What's the world's most recognizable smell?
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. It's tough to say. Well, maybe it's got to be bitter, because usually that sticks with you, right? So I don't know. Let's say sulfur, kind of thing.
Coffee.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bitter in a different way, I guess.
You were close.
Yeah.
You were close.
That's for sure. All right, so be sure to check out YMCA's Battle of the Brains going later this month, moncton.ymca.ca.